Hi guys, this is Timo FX here, and today I want teach you my entry model and how I took this trade here, how I took this one here, and how I took this one here. So the concept is very simple. Um, I'm a kind of person that actually trade in line with the order flow of trend, right? I don't used to go against buyers because I discovered that if you trade in line with directional bias of the trend, right, market will like it will market will most of the time respect your analysis, but not all the time because there are losses distributed in the game. So first of all, the first thing I need to do is my bias. I need to determine my bias first before I make any decision based on my entry criteria. So my bias is being gotten from the higher time frame, which is the daily time frame, right? So first of all, I trade. My concept of determining the bias is actually using the trend like pattern in market movement, right? So first of all, you will discover that market actually move in a certain direction, which is higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows whenever it's trending either to the upside and to the downside, right? So each time you see market trending like this, right, the next thing is the market is proceeding to take out the high of the daily time frame, right? And whenever it takes the high of the daily time frame, that is when you see a pullback in price, then proceed to take out the high again in the price, right? Same thing as for bearish trend, which is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low in the daily time frame, to be specific, daily time frame. So the same thing applies here. If you shrink this chart, you will see that market has been bearish, like BTCUSD has been bearish for a long time now. That's why you see market pattern distributing this way: lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high. So trading the bias is simply trading a trend like pattern of price, right? So I discovered that market has retraced, which is the correction phase, and it has proceeded to take out the low of I can call it the buy side liquidity of the daily time frame, right? The next thing is market will now retrace to the upside, and before another pullback will happen in price, right? So each time market break a particular key level, like in daily time frame, market tends to retrace back to that zone before another impulsive movement will happen, right? That is just basically how market trajects, right? So after determining the bias using the trend line pattern in price, then you now go to the 4-hour time frame to check if your analysis is met before you take the trade, right? So after market swipe this low, I waited and I saw that price has distributed and take out the highs of 4-hour time frame, right? 4-hour time frame, so which has given us an MSS, right? An MSS. So when the MSS happen, market give an inducement and tap at the nearest POI to this inducement, but I did not just enter because I need to wait to spot some confirmation before entering, right? So whenever when this thing happened, right, I didn't wait it and I saw another break of structure confirming that market has shifted from bearish to bullish, right? And I often use the 4-hour time frame to determine my entry criteria, right? So the same thing here, break of structure, then I'll now go to the lower time frame, which is the 30 minutes, right? The 30 minutes. Yeah, this is a 30 minutes. My entry model is simple. It's called the QMR entry model, right? Where market is actually distributing a particular direction. Before you know, it will change phase from that direction. It is distributing to the next direction, right? From bearish to bullish, right? So whenever market return to that first phase, then I'll now pick the entry and buy to the upside. The same thing as you can see right here. Market was selling lower lows and lower high, lower distribute, take out the high, right? I need to wait for multiple breakup structures to happen. Then when the market returns to that low, then I'll now pick it and buy to the upside. So that is why I took this trade here. The same thing here. When market break that zone and return to that level, right? I waited and I saw this distribution. The market shifted and break past this zone, right? Then I waited for market to retest that first camera entry zone before I now sell the price. That's why I took this second trade here. Then this third trade, you see, if you see the distribution in price, market was selling in the 30-minute time frame, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower lows. Then the distribution in price happened, right, which also provide a liquidity near the price movement. That was why I actually keep my entry at that zone. So that was basically the reason why I took this first trade, second trade, and this third trade. And I'm also waiting to take another trade at this zone, right? At this zone. So that is it, guys.